season! Wabbit season! I say it's duck season, and I say fire!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're shining a spotlight on the most versatile and impactful voice performers behind the Looney Tunes throughout multiple generations.
I'm a Martian, not a great white shark.
Number 10. Paul Julian. The golden age Looney Tunes voice actors have all passed on, although one can still occasionally be heard through archival recordings. Paul Julian was a Warner Brothers background artist, mainly working on Tweety and Sylvester cartoons in director Friz Freeling's unit. As an animator, Julian was known for his urban eye. Yet his greatest contribution to the series would be 2 words. Actually, 1 word repeated twice. While moving a painting, Julian did his best impression of a car horn to clear the way. Chuck Jones overheard the sound effect, incorporating it into 1989's Fast and Furious. With sound editor Treg Brown speeding his voice up, Julian delivered what might be the franchise's most iconic performance with the least amount of dialogue. Number 9. Stan Freeberg. As a consolation for not receiving a pay raise, Mel Blank was given screen credit for his voice work in WB cartoons, a rarity at the time. While Blank voiced most of the key Looney Tunes, several supporting players wouldn't get recognition until much later. Stan Freeberg is one such talent.
I got a little rabbit in this hole, and I'm gonna catch the little rabbit and eat him up.
Starting as a radio impressionist, Freeberg was a natural fit for animation. Freeberg shared roles like Hubie and Birdie and the Goofy Gophers with Blank, but the bumbling Pete Puma was all his.
By the way, how many lumps do you want?
Oh, better give me a lot of lumps. A whole lot of lumps.
Inspired by comedian Frank Fontaine's characterizations, Freeberg developed Pete into one of Bugs' most enjoyably dense opponents. Freeberg would continue to voice characters like Pete and the equally dim Junior Bear well into the new century, until he died in 2015.
Look at that paw.
Number 8. Tress McNeil. In the modern Looney Tunes era, Tress McNeil has voiced classic characters like Penelope Pussycat and Miss Prissy.
Go, Tweety!
Her most significant role in the Looneyverse had to be Babs Bunny on Tiny Toons. Babs and Buster Bunny, voiced by Charlie Adler, captured 2 sides of their forerunner Bugs.
A girl?
Welcome to the 90s.
Where Buster encompassed Bug's sly, smart alecky nature, Babs brought out the eccentric side that could get out of any situation with a costume change. Babs's onslaught of impressions and personas allowed McNeil to demonstrate her range as an actress.
I know. Let's all have some cupcakes. Yummy and nutritious. Cupcakes. Cool, man.
It would have been easy to just make Babs a female Bugs Bunny, but McNeil helped mold the character into a unique comedian. The role paved the way for McNeil to voice other WB characters, such as Dot Warner.
I'm Yakko. I'm Wacko. And I'm Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana Balana. Oh, shoot!
Cut!
Take 2.
Number 7. Bob Bergen. Porky Pig was originally voiced by Joe Doherty, who had a real stutter.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear the midnight Revere.
As such, Doherty's recording sessions proved too long and expensive. Sound artist Count Cotelli filled in until Mel Blanc took over the role. Several actors have voiced Porky since Blank's passing, but Bob Bergen has been the go-to guy for over 30 years.
So, what do you think?
While Bergen has also voiced Tweety, Marvin the Martian, and others, Porky demands the most from him. Not only is it easy to get tongue-tied, but Bergen needs to bring sincerity. Porky wouldn't be a timeless character if it felt like his performer was making fun of people with speech disorders.
You sure sound nervous.
This is what I always say.
Bergen is so genuine as Porky that his stutter is practically an afterthought, earning him multiple Emmy nominations.
That's all, folks.
Number 6. June Foray. June Foray owes her tenure at Warner Brothers to her earlier work at Disney, most notably a 1952 Donald Duck cartoon entitled Trick or Treat.
I just been itching to cast a spell on you.
Taking notice of her Witch Hazel performance, Chuck Jones brought Foray to WB, where she voiced another character named Witch Hazel. In case you were wondering, the name is a plant pun.
Tell me now, who undoes your hair?
In addition to Witch Hazel, Foray inherited the role of Granny from B. Benaderet. Where Benaderet voiced the sweet yet hard-hitting Granny for about 5 years, Foray played her for more than 5 decades, winning 2 Annies for the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries.
Que sera, sera. Detective work is full of red herrings.
One of animation's most influential voices, Foray gained a reputation as the female Mel Blank, although to Chuck Jones, quote, Mel Blank was the male June Foray.
Aha! The missing part of the puzzle.
Number 5. Arthur Q. Bryan. Elmer Fudd is perhaps the most prominent Looney Tune who wasn't regularly voiced by Mel Blank.
Then all you do is click the shutter and presto, you have a fine picture of wild wife, suitable for flaming.
While Blank portrayed early incarnations of the character, Arthur Q. Bryan found Fudd's distinct voice.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbit.
Bryan tapped into his inner Fudd while voicing another character in 1939's Dangerous Dan McFoo.
I was robbed! I was robbed!
Officially debuting in Elmer's Candid Camera, Bugs met his most familiar yet not formidable foe. Although antagonistic, Bryan turned Fudd into a lovable sap who we empathize with even if we don't root for him. Following Bryan's death, Blank added Elmer Fudd to his repertoire, albeit with hesitance. Several others later voiced Fudd, including Billy West, but the gullible hunter remains most closely tied to Bryan. The two even resemble each other, especially in shorts like Wabbit Twubble.
Oh boy, peace and relaxation.
Number 4. Jeff Bergman. While nobody could take Mel Blanc's place, an assortment of talented actors kept the Looney legacy alive after he died in 1989. Jeff Bergman was the first to take on the daunting task of voicing the tunes for another generation.
Monotonous, isn't it?
Bergman had been impersonating the Looney Tunes since age 15, and even recorded some voices for the Bugs Bunny Show in 1986. Listening to recordings of Bergman and Blank, WB President Edward Blyer couldn't differentiate the two.
Oh, you'll pay for this, you dog-blasted, ornery, no-account, long-eared varmint.
Sorry, Sam, but don't forget, tomorrow is another day.
Thus, Bergman officially inherited the mantle, lending his voice to specials like Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, movies like Gremlins 2, and shorts like Box Office Bunny.
Oh no. End of discussion.
Bergman has played everybody from Bugs to Daffy to Porky to Elmer across various media, giving the Looney Tunes their voices back.
Oh, you treacherous trickster.
Number 3. Eric Bauza. Sharing many roles with Bergman, Eric Bauza is the most recent actor to regularly voice Bugs, Daffy, Tweety, and so on. Yet he's already established himself as a modern legend.
Uh-oh, your shoes are untied.
Bauza started voicing Marvin the Martian in the Looney Tunes show.
Every time you see me, you Earthlings turn and run. I don't know what your problem is. I'm really super fun.
He'd get to voice more characters in 2015's New Looney Tunes and 2020's Looney Tunes cartoons, the latter of which won him his first Emmy. It was also the first Emmy for Bugs.
Perhaps I should try going on a ride to round out this delightful experience.
Bauza picked up another Emmy for Bugs Bunny Builders and introduced Buster Bunny to a new class in Tiny Toons Looniversity. You can sense Bauza's love for these characters in every line delivery, ensuring that they remain in good hands. Now, if we could just hear Bauza in Coyote vs. Acme.
Merlin! No! He's been cursed by some sort of cardboard Medusa!
Number 2. Joe Alasi. Along with Bergman, the late Joe Alasi was part of a new Looney wave, picking up where Blank left off. Even before Blank passed, Alasi could be heard as Yosemite Sam in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Ow! My biscuits are burning! Fire in the hat!
Alasi further showcased his abilities in Tiny Toons. In addition to voicing several Acme Looniversity staff members, Alasi landed a main role as Plucky Duck.
This should be my big chance to break into show business.
Just as Plucky was a student getting his Toon degree, Alasi was also starting to leave his mark. The student became the master soon enough, with Alasi voicing the titular characters in the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries and Duck Dodgers, winning an Emmy for the latter.
No need to thank me. I only did what any great hero would do when they see a small puppy falling from a great height.
Also receiving an Annie nomination for Looney Tunes Back in Action, Alasi immortalized himself through these immortal characters.
You're probably protected by an invisible force field right this minute. Oh! Aha! The force field penetrating apple!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Bill Roberts. As Michigan J. Frog, he secured his Looney legacy with one cartoon.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Dawes Butler. While better known for Hanna-Barbera, Butler was no stranger to Termite Terrace.
Cut it out, can't ya?
Dick Beals, the OG Ralph Phillips.
Even though I got a C in arithmetic, you may depend on me, your captainship, sir.
Greg Burson. His life ended on a tragic note, but Burson kept us smiling during his time as the Tunes.
I'm cold little buttercup, dear little buttercup, though I could never tell why.
Kristen Wiig, hands down the funny interpretation of Lola.
I like to record my thoughts. Note to self, clean out your purse.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Mel Blank. Mel Blank's career wasn't limited to the Looney Tunes, but his decades with WB secured his reputation as the man of 1,000 voices.
Survival of the fittest. And besides, it's fun.
We can't discuss all 1,000 of them, but it's nothing short of astonishing that one person gave us Daffy's loony laughs, Sylvester's thick lisp, Foghorn's southern drawl, Sam's hot-headed screams, Porky's signature stutter, Taz's gargling gibberish, Pepe's French sentimentality, Speedy's unbound energy, Tweety's devious cuteness, and Bugs's Bronx/Brooklyn accent, complete with carrot chomping.
Say, Doc, are you trying to get yourself in trouble with the law?
A testament to his craft, Blank didn't care for carrots, spitting them out after takes. The torch has passed to numerous gifted voice artists, including his son, Noel Blank. There's still only one Mel Blank, but as long as he continues to inspire, nobody can truly say,
That's all, folks.
Which Looney Tune do you think would be the hardest to voice? Let us know in the comments.
Let's try that again. Okay.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.